What's up, guys? Today we are at Sherwood's Beach. I'm sure it's a beach that some of you guys are familiar with, but this is one of the nicest beaches here on Oahu. It's located in Waimanalo, just south of Kailua. So let me turn the camera around so you guys can see where we're walking today. It's just such a beautiful day. With this beach in particular is just really known for its white sandy beach. I think it's the longest stretch of white sandy beach on the island, and it just has this beautiful turquoise water. So yeah, I wanted to film this video here today. I just finished showing some properties in Waimanalo, and I thought, you know, this is a kind of a great time to shoot this video. I moved to Hawaii about 10 years, and although I've definitely had my twists and turns since I've moved here, this has honestly been one of the best decisions I've ever made. So that's just what I wanted to talk about today, because I know there's a lot of people who have either watched my videos or recently subscribed to my channel. And you might be thinking about the same, or maybe you're just watching these videos because you like to see these really nice landscapes of Hawaii. But I wanted to address this because I think a lot of people are on the fence, kind of thinking about it and wanting to do a little bit more research to learn more about our beautiful islands. One of the reasons why I say it's really changed my life is because I moved to Hawaii when I was at a point in my life where I just really needed to click the reset button. It was about 10 years ago, and I just got back from Afghanistan doing a tour with the Army. And then I came back with a bunch of issues, as a lot of people do, you know, PTSD, hypervigilance, a lot of these kind of things that people come back with. And then I also came back and had to finish my 4-year degree in business. And so it was just a really tough time for me in my life. And so I really wanted to click the reset button. And I had been to Hawaii several times before. I had always wanted to be here, but that really motivated my decision to be out here, because I wanted a place that I can come and kind of rejuvenate. I know I've mentioned that in some other videos, but Hawaii is a really amazing place for that. It's just something about Hawaii, you know, people call it mana, right? Hawaii has something like a very special thing about it that kind of really pulls you in, and I was definitely feeling that pull. And it was such a great decision. I'll never regret that. And I can say that after 10 years, a lot of those issues have actually gone away. I used to have really, really bad tension and migraine headaches. Don't have those anymore. That was extremely debilitating for me. So all in all, I think moving to Hawaii was a really good decision for that reason. I also wanted a place that was full of other kind of similar, like-minded people. Prior to moving here, I lived in a big city in the Midwest, Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I just kind of felt like after a while, I got burnt out with it, you know. So many people are trying to climb the corporate ladder. You know, kind of experienced a lot of really flaky, shallow people. No offense to anybody over there, of course. You know, you've got the same kind of people no matter where you move, but I generally felt like in Hawaii, I didn't experience that as much. People here felt really like real, really authentic. And I really loved that, and I wanted to be a part of it. I've never been to a place anywhere in the world where a good portion of the majority of the people are very similar in that way. Just, you know, just really mellow, easygoing people that, you know, are really real with you and kind of treat you like family if you do the same with them. I also really wanted a place that I could call home and build roots for the long term. You know, in the Midwest, I knew that I didn't really want to build roots there because I knew it wasn't somewhere that I wanted to stay. So I really wanted to find a place that was a really good match for me for the long term, a place where I could really start to make some really big investments on myself and in my life so that I could be here for the long term. And it definitely became that for me. You know, I met my wife out here. We have our 2-year-old daughter. We've got such great neighbors where, you know, my wife will make butter mochi and we'll share it amongst all of our neighbors, and you know, they'll share their mangoes or lilikoi butter with us, and we do that several times throughout the year. And I'm just so proud to be a part of a community that shares that kind of attitude. It's just amazing. Hey, real quick, if you're checking out my content and you haven't subscribed yet, I just want to please ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you like this video, please like this video as well. You guys know the deal. It helps us out tremendously with the YouTube algorithms. I think at the making of this video, we've got about 309 subscribers, which is just absolutely huge for us. We're a new channel. We've been live for about a month and a half to 2 months, so it's growing pretty quickly. And that just means so much to me. So my goal right now is to get the YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could please help with that, it would mean so much to me. And the last thing I'll just say is we just also launched a brand new monthly newsletter that we send out the first week of each month, and it just has so much good detailed information on what's happening in the economy and how that impacts our Hawaii real estate market. So if you're one of our subscribers or viewers that is thinking about making the move to Hawaii and you might be interested in buying, you're really going to want to check out this newsletter so that you can make the most timely and make the best decision possible, because you've got really accurate, timely, and updated information. So it's the last I'll say on that, but you can check out the link below to join our newsletter. So, all right, back to the video. I really wanted to live in a place that really resonated with my energy. I know it sounds kind of hippie of me to say, and I definitely don't consider myself a hippie, but there's something to be said about that. You know, it's kind of goes in line with some of the other things I've mentioned so far. It's when you surround yourself with other like-minded people, it just, I don't know, it kind of makes life a lot easier. You're not having to push and pull on different things all the time because everybody around you kind of all marches to the beat of the same drum. Everybody's really mellow and really easygoing for the most part. You know, in every city, everywhere in the world, you know, there's all different kinds of people, but generally that is what I experience here in Hawaii. I also wanted to live in a place where I felt like I could really grow in my career and be successful. That's a big deal to me. You know I need to be able to provide a great life for myself and for my family. And it's no secret that Hawaii is a very expensive place to live. So being able to grow and excel in my career is such a big part of moving here. Thankfully, you know, me being in real estate, we are compensated very well, and no secret about that. We're compensated in a direct proportion, I believe, to the value that we create for our clients, whether they're buying or selling. But of course, there's a ton of other career options out here too. There's a lot of government jobs, there's a lot of hospitality, medical industry. So whatever that is for you, if you do intend to grow your career out here, it's just something good to consider. I know for myself, I've been really grateful and thankful that, you know, I've been able to build my career out here and meet so many great people and help a lot of people along their way with their goals. I wanted to live in a place that was very active and really promoted healthy living, both in being active, but also, you know, with your diet and just living a healthy lifestyle. And I really feel like Hawaii represents that as well. You know, in previous videos, I've mentioned that it's really hard to be out of shape here, and I do believe that to be true. Obviously, the responsibility is on every individual for that, but I feel like there's so many different opportunities for people to be healthy here, to be active. There's so many different things that you can do, whether it's going to the beach like where I'm at today, joining in on the marathon, doing a hike at Diamond Head. I mean, the options and the opportunities are really endless. And on that note, There's also a lot of opportunities to meet different people. You know, I used to meet people through meetup.com and find really similar interests so that you can have meet other people with similar interests and do something fun together like a hike or talk about a similar interest. So there's a lot of that out there as well, especially when it comes to being active, like meeting up in the park to do yoga or whatever, go surfing in Waikiki, you know, there's so many options. I also wanted to live in a place that had the infrastructure of the United States, but that also felt like another country. And Hawaii is really unique in that way. I imagine Alaska is probably similar in that way as well. We kind of feel like we're our own little country out here. And yet we have all the benefits that come with being inside of the United States. You know, we've got all the major cell phone carriers. We've got all the major shopping outlets, you know, all the kind of like little things that we take for granted being in the United States. We've got infrastructure. So we have a stable electric, high-speed internet, all these kind of little creature comforts that you want when you live in a place like the United States. But we're so far removed from the mainland that a lot of times we kind of feel like we're kind of out here doing our own thing. And I know a lot of people out here, myself included, really appreciate that about Hawaii. I think this one kind of goes without saying, but I really wanted to live in a place that has a great climate year-round. You know, coming from the Midwest, it's very common in the wintertime to just get snowed in after you get a blizzard, to have to shovel your car out of the snow, putting on layers, not to mention there's several months out of the year where you really can't even do outdoor activities because it's too cold. I've got a good friend visiting us right now from the Midwest, and he showed me his weather app and he said, dude, it's -5 degrees with -20 wind chill. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't even, it's been so long since I've experienced that. I don't even want to remember what that was like. So yeah, Hawaii has such a predictable, great climate all year round. I also wanted to live in a place that was culturally diverse with people, with like-minded people from all over the world. You know, I've made friends from a bunch of different countries. I've made a lot of friends here locally. A lot of really great people that were born and raised in Hawaii. Like all of my neighbors, for instance, have been there for decades, and it's just such a beautiful thing when you can join that culture and you can take part in it and add to it. I think that's really the biggest thing, is just, you know, coming here with that mindset of adding to Hawaii, not taking. You know, we all bring our experiences in our life, but if we can do little things to add to the people around us, I think we're doing something right. And I really love that about the relationship that we have with a lot of our friends here on island. I wanted to live in a place where I felt like I could be proud to raise my family. I'm really proud of where I come from in the Midwest. It's I'm from a small town, actually up near Canada, with a lot of great people, some of the best people I've ever met. But when I was thinking about where I want to settle down, where I want to raise my family, it was kind of exciting because I got to really pick and choose what kind of lifestyle I wanted to have. And I really love the idea of raising my family in Hawaii. You know, being able to bring my daughter to the beach, watch her grow up, having an island lifestyle. You know, later in life when she's in high school, you know, being able to see the excitement in her eyes when she does like a really cool hike, like Manoa Falls, or, you know, any of the beautiful hikes that we've all done where they're just jaw-dropping, like beautiful views of the island, where it kind of reminds us where we are. So yeah, I definitely just wanted to live in a place where I could really feel proud to build roots and raise my family and watch my children grow. On that note, I also wanted to live in a place that was full of opportunities to have all kinds of amazing adventures. You know, being that we are in Hawaii, and that we've got so many beautiful neighbor islands around us. There's just so many options and opportunities to experience these incredible adventures right in our own backyard. I know several years ago, there was 3 of us couples during COVID that did this kayaking trip along the Nepali coast on Kauai, where we got to take these kayaks to these beaches and camp out for the night. And in total, it was about a 3 to 4 day trip. And it was one of the most breathtaking, incredible trips I've ever been on. And you know, that story is not uncommon. I mean, there's so many incredible adventures. For my wife's birthday in February, we're actually going to be going to the Big Island, to Volcano National Park, and the lava is currently flowing right now. So there's just so many cool opportunities to have an amazing adventure here in Hawaii, and I really, really love that. Some of the views that we get here and some of the experiences are unlike anything you can have anywhere in the world. I also wanted to live in a place that had a lot of the benefits of being in the United States without some of the drawbacks. And this one's kind of similar to one of the previous ones that I mentioned, but like, if you're from, you know, some of the major cities in the United States, there's just a lot of things that are happening. I know we see it on the news all the time, and I obviously mean no offense by this, but there's kind of like, there always seems to be something kind of crazy happening, like shootings or vandalism or, you know, something crazy. And it's just nice being out here. We just don't experience that kind of stuff all too often. So it really makes living here a lot less stressful and a lot more tranquil and peaceful. And I really appreciate that about living here. So, you know, whether you are watching these videos and you're just looking for the landscapes, or you are kind of considering being in Hawaii, you're definitely going to want a little bit more information before you get here, which is why I've created so much content to help you guys learn more about this amazing place. And if you do want to see more content about Hawaii, you're going to love this video right here. Aloha.